Have you ever wondered why we use language and symbol in everyday communication? In this video, I will solve that puzzle by introducing you to the element of sign in semiotic based on the Sorcerer and Persian tradition. You don't want to miss out on this in-depth understanding. So be sure to stick around from the beginning to the end of this video. In this video, we will explore the element of sign based on two major perspectives in semiotic: the Persian structural semiotic tradition and the Persian approach. We will detail how each perspective understands sign, symbol, and meaning in human communication. The first is Ferdinand de Saussure, was born on 1857 to 1913 from Switzerland. His concept of semiotic thought consists of two things, signified and signifier. The dualism is called dyadic. Signifier is a sign of everything that can be sensed by us in the form of images, sign, and others. Now, if signified is the mental concept when we have seen the sign, or we can say interpretation. So, language, according to Saussure, is a sign system consisting of two parts, namely signifier and signified. Any human or animal voice or sound can be identified as a language if it can express, state, and convey certain ideas and nation. And the relationship between signifier and signified is arbitrary. For example, if you see your friend wearing clothes, pants, ties, and suits, you must think that person is really cool, right? Even though there is actually no scientific relationship between phantom shoes with cool. Now, the shirts, suits, pants, and tie are the signifier, and perception of cool is a signifier. Other concept that Saussure has language can be divided into three terms: language, langue, and parole. Language is a language in general, which includes all language. For example, Indonesia language, Sundanese language, or Borneo language. Langue. Langue is a whole system of signs that function as a means of verbal communication, abstract, systemized, and institutionalized. Parole. Parole is the use or relation of langue by each member of society. For example, chat without using subject verb object but still understand the meaning of the game. The working practice of journalists in the field are parole. Some other concepts from Saussure, they are synchronic, diachronic, syntagmatic, and paradigmatic. Synchronic language sign can be understood in a certain period of time without looking at the history of the sign. For example, the bachelor in Indonesia is understood as a college graduate, different with the bachelor in the West is understanding as an expert in their field. Diachronic language sign can be understood according to the history of their emergence and development. For example, scholars in the West are understood as experts in their field. Syntagmatic language marks are organized in a systematic speech so that the sentence or language is understood. There is subject, verb, object, and adverb. In paradigmatic, the language marks that go together in the speech system are associative. Now, we will tell you about the Charles Peirce concept. Semiotic is based on logic because logic studies how people reason, while reasoning according to Peirce is done through sign. In contrast to Saussure's science model, in the form of a self-contained jet peers over the triadic model: representment, interpretation, and object. Trichotomy of signification. Representment, also called ground or sign. The first sign that refers to a particular object. Object is the reference of the representment. It can be a real object or material. Interpretance is the concept of truth of the person who uses the sign and derives it to a certain meaning. From the trichotomy of signification, it is called semiosis. For example, representment is a red light. Then there is a stove vehicle, that's the object. And you as a human who interpret that a red light is a stove, that is a representation. So that's all for me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.